Hi, event planners. It's Leslie Burns at Gold Crown Events, just coming back to you talking about event planning. I had a question regarding food service. Um, Someone wanted to know what is better. Is it buffets or plated dinners? Okay, we're going to talk about a couple different options. Plated dinners will, for those of you who have not planned an event, that is where you have a beautiful table setting, table seats maybe 8, 10, 12 people. Um, each place setting is set with a charger or plate, cups, all the utensils and things. And there's a beautiful centerpiece on the table, and each person comes in. There's a seat card at the place table or maybe at a board. When they first come in to the event, they look and see where they're seated, table 4 or table 12, whatever, and then they'll walk over and have a seat at that table. They will wait then for servers to come and prepare their meal, bringing the plates, bringing anything that they want to drink, bringing the dessert. Everything comes to them and is placed before them. That is considered much more elegant, much more luxury. It's beautiful for picture taking. Um, Generally, the person who is having the event, the host or hostess or the couple, they get to select where people sit, so they can put their best friends together. They can put their elderly family together. They can mix it up however they choose, and you are kind of given a designated seat. Sometimes they will have the same elegant place setting and allow people to sit where they want. That's totally up to the host and the hostess. But that is the benefit to having this type of seating arrangement. One of the downsides is that is the more expensive plan. To have servers, that means let's say you have 200 guests come to this event. That means you have to have enough waiters, waitresses to come around and serve 200 people. That's a time-consuming event for 1 or 2 people, so you're going to have a certain number of servers per seated guest. So if you have a table of 10, you might have 1 server for that table, or you might have 1 server serving 2 tables. But if you have 20 tables, now you think about the bodies and the manpower that you're paying. That's more expensive. Also, each plate is fixed and hand done. It is definitely much more beautiful and elegant, but it costs money. A less expensive option is considered the buffet. Buffet is when the chef and his staff will prepare the food and have it in one section of the room. We've all eaten at a buffet. It's not like the Golden Corral restaurant, but it's based on that same concept. So the food is being served at one place, and your guests get up and go over and get their food. Usually there is an order to this, so each table will be numbered, and someone will then tell them, we're going to go in number order. Table 1 and 2 will go over and get their food first, so it's not a mad rush. And then tables 3 and 4 will go and on until everyone has been able to get their food. The problem with buffets is that oftentimes the children are serving themselves. It should not happen. Parents who are watching this video, and anyone who is related to a parent that has a small child, should let the parent know that children should not be serving themselves from the buffet. The adult should have the child beside them, or the children, and serve each child individually at the buffet. Children do not understand using utensils appropriately, so when they reach up with the tongs and get the fried chicken, they're going to probably use those same tongs to reach over and get a slice of ham. That is cross-contamination, and that's the reason why adults should only serve from the buffet, because they understand that each spoon, each fork has its own place. It doesn't just move around the entire buffet. Also, too, sometimes children don't really understand the sanitary requirements of hand washing before. So lots of problems with the buffets, but the benefit to the buffet is that it is a less costly expense. Now, that does not mean that the buffet is not as sanitary as a standard sit down and serve. That most buffets have some type of covering to prevent from sneezes, coughing and things like that. But they also have signs that people are putting out now that say 1 spoon per, get a fresh plate each time you come to the buffet, things like that. If you are not too keen on the buffet, there is a middle ground, and you can always have meal stations. That's a third option that falls somewhere between the buffet and the seated dinners. Meal stations are less costly than the sit-down plate, but are considered more of an elegant serving style than the buffet. So that's a third option. What happens is the chef will have different chefs, at different levels out serving. They'll be carving up the roast beef. Someone else will be serving the steak or the chicken or the vegetables and the pasta and things. So there is someone from the serving area providing the food to the individuals who are there. It's not quite the self-help of a buffet, but it also does not carry the expense of a sit-down meal. So that's a third option for you. So meal stations are very popular. They add a certain amount of elegance to the room and give you great options for serving. And most people are kind of going in that direction when they don't want to do the buffet. So those are some plans for you, and so hopefully I've answered your question, but if you have other additional questions, please reach out to me at goldcrowneventplanners.com. Thank you. Have a great day.